do what we came here to do. Vitruvian, Lionar, Songhai. So Vet didn't work out so well for me last week. Because we ended up with a lot of kind of okay cards and not very many of the really broken Vitruvian cards. We got a few towards the end that might have shaped our draft differently if we got them earlier. So I think the potential is still there. But the potential for also just getting blown out is there too. We played against some very strong Lionar decks, and I kind of want to try that out. Argeon's Bloodborne spell is just really, really nice. Well, I mean, Xerxes is great as well, but the amount of pressure you can get from just giving things +2 power is insane. And things like Veil Hunter, like little ranged minions, become incredible with Argeon. Songhai, I imagine, are one of the worst factions because of how combo-y they are. So I'm guessing this is mostly between Lionar and Vet. I went Vet last week, so let's try Lionar. I don't think I've been Lionar in Gauntlet before. Well, this is a good start. So we have an awkward but powerful removal spell that people probably won't play around. I know I caught myself playing right into it a couple of times last week. Magnetize is sort of removal. I don't think I'd want to pick it over either of these cards, especially as this seems really strong. I don't know if it can buff itself. Maybe it can. But either way, 3/4 for 3, pretty good. And if you already have something out, you know, that seems quite swingy. It doesn't have to be adjacent like Shiro. So that's basically if you have another minion, it's a 3/5 for 3 in terms of worth of stats. And you can push that existing minion out from, you know, dying to a general hit or something. So that seems like a good first pick. Wow, legendary already? What do we get? Decimate, Zukong, Dark Nemesis. Dark Nemesis was really good last time. I'm tempted to pick this up again. It's the sort of card where you just play it and then you run away and it kills them in the meantime. Decimate seems like it could be really good because opponents won't necessarily play around it, but I think the 7-drop's probably better, just to have this nice bomb that almost guaranteed ends the game. Yeah, go on. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm probably wrong. What have we got? Nasher seems pretty solid. Saber Spine Tiger is great. We know this. And another 7-drop. Well, we don't need a second 7-drop. We can pass on all the Dragonbone Golems from now on. I'm very excited for Rush Kitty here, especially as we have Argeon with his silly Bloodborne spell making it 5 power. So let's get some Rush power. Meh. Lycium Brawler and Sunstone Braces. So I'm kind of curious about Sunstone Braces because I feel like the card might actually be quite underrated because it basically allows you to. It's like a 0-mana Phoenix Fire, sort of. Often the problem you have is your opponent will play a 2/3 and your general only hits for 2. So unless you have a Blood Tier Alchemist or something, you can't kill their creature. Sunstone Braces does that for no mana. That seems like it could be quite strong. I don't know whether it gets the nod over the Lycium Brawler, because this card's kind of terrifying. In fact, yeah, this card your opponent basically has to remove. So I think we're going to take this. Can bait out some removal or dispel. So we don't need the 7-drop. These 2/2-drops are both great. We've got a sort of mix of aggressive and defensive cards here. So I'm not sure which is necessarily better. Shiro is very powerful, but in my experience I've also found it quite hard to use correctly. Like, bunching your minions up to play to Shiro inevitably ends up bunching them up for your opponent to kill them or something. And I've had Shiro do great work, and I've had opponents do great work with Shiro against me. And it is nice that with Roar it's another 3/4 for 3. But I might give the Healing Mystic a nod instead. I don't know. Maybe Shiro is just that much more powerful. Yeah, let's try it. Let's try Shiro. We'll probably have other 2/3s. Ooh, removal. Which one do we need? Tree Strike's pretty good for tempo gains early on, but it deals 2 and not 3, which makes it kind of weak. It's good against Pyromancers and stuff, though. So we might want to pick one up on that basis. But then Martyrdom can kill a Pyromancer as well, if you absolutely need it to. And it also kills Obelisks and Legendaries and things. The life gain is a bit sad, because Lionar often want to play like a tempo-y sort of game, but I think if I could only have one removal spell in my entire deck, I'd pick this one. That's the situation we're in right now. Ooh, Dancing Blades. So, I mean, these are all... This first Sword of a Crane looks like a great card, but it's consistently underwhelmed me. Just doesn't have that much board impact. This thing I think is okay, but it suffers from the same problem as Void Hunter, which is that it draws a card, but it also just dies for free. So unless you're being really aggressive, they can just kill it with their general, and that usually matters and is a downside for you. But Dancing Blades is an amazing card. We're going to pick that. Sandburrow and Necroseer and Serpenti. Let the memes begin. This is terrible, right? It looks terrible. This guy's okay. I mean, it can trade and draw a card, or it can deal some damage to their face and draw a card. I think that's a reasonable capacity to have. It's slightly worse than Grincher when Grincher rolls badly, which is not a terrible place to be. Let's go for it. Probably better than the other 2 picks. Ooh, 2-drop. It is a pet, though. So we could take another Lyceum Brawler. I don't think this card's very good. We only have 1 2-drop and 1 4-drop so far. I guess 2 drops are the more important, but I'm not too keen on it being a battle pet, because the opponent can just make it hit them in the face a few times. I mean, that's sort of alright. They take the damage, but we are playing Martyrdom in the deck, so we'll often just heal them right back up. Yeah, let's take this. Ooh. Oh, this is a toughie. So, I mean, I really like this card. It's like Blood Tier Alchemist's bigger brother. It has... I like the fact that it can buff your minions. It doesn't come up that often, but I have had swanky lethals where I've used this to get an extra 2 power, you know, like a big Primus Fist. And of course it's removal. And it's not bad at removal either. Like, it is -2 instead of -3, as you'd sort of prefer it to be. But it's still quite a strong effect considering you get a body for it. It's good grindy and tempo play early on. You know, you can kill their 2-drop with it, and then, excuse me, their 2-drop is dead and you have a 3-drop. It's not terrible. This card, though, this card is insane. I lost to this a couple of times in the last run, I think. At least once. Like, if it doesn't get dispelled, it's an 8/8 for 5. Which is kind of unreasonable. But we already have 2 5-drops. And given it is vulnerable to dispel, I might take the Sentinel. Maybe that's just stupid. Maybe the 8/8 for 5 is good enough. Opponents are only going to have 1 or 2 dispels in their deck, which maybe we can bait out. We have Shiro, we have Radiant Dragoon. We can probably try and bait them. Yeah, let's go for it. Ooh, good picks, good picks. This is good dispel bait, actually. So, I mean, Blood Tier Alchemist is Blood Tier Alchemist, and it might be worth picking just based on that. I mean, I do love Silverguard Knight. 3/5 provokes are awesome. This is one of the better turn 1 plays going second in the game. But I think having a Blood Tier Alchemist in the deck would be, you know, because it kills Jaxi tokens, and it kills a 2/3 when you include your general, like we were talking about with Arclight Sentinel earlier, and Sunstone Braces. It kills Pyromancers. Yeah, I think we want this. It's a good catch-all for things that can go wrong in the early turns. So I don't think we want a second Necroseer under basically any circumstances. Which of these do I want another of? I think I'd rather take this. Like, Martyrdom deals with stupid stuff very well. You know, against a lot of minions, it kind of acts as a dispel as well. You know, it doesn't get run Dying Wish, but it gets run things like Lantern Fox. And Scion's Second Wish and stuff like that. Let's go for this. Windstopper, Tempest, Fire Spitter. That's interesting. So our deck so far has quite a high curve, so the Tempest might actually be good. Fire Spitter is one of those cards where, again, you have to answer it or you lose, but it's very tempo negative. 2 toughness for 4 mana? Yuck. That's ridiculous. Like, you can get the you can do the same thing in Lionel with just the Veil Hunter and then buff it. It's so much better. Obviously, if we're gonna go down that path, which I'd like to, Tempest gets worse. And it's bad with Lycium Brawler and Blood Tier Alchemist. But it's not that bad with the rest of our deck, I guess. Given that Saberspine Tiger will normally be dead. This thing increases toughness. Shiro has decent toughness. Yeah, right. Wow, that's some blanks. I guess maybe we want the Thorn Needler just for curve purposes, like to have a 4-drop. It's not a good 4-drop, but it's a 4-drop. Maybe I'm supposed to take the Necroseer just for the greed. That's a good 4-drop. I think I'll take that over the Fire Spitter. I do like ranged minions, but I like stats more, probably. Veil Hunter. Oh, come on. Need both of these. I'm going to take the Veil Hunter. It's a more proactive line. Like, the Shroud is great if they have an Obelisk or something, but we have quite a few ways of removing an early Obelisk. Like, we have Saberspine and we have Martyrdom. And in the mid-game we have Dancing Blades as great removal. So we're not really struggling for removal at this point. Or reactive plays. And we can, you know, maybe we can go more reactive because we have this thing to win the late game. But, you know, we don't have the best card choices we could have at every slot. So I think this thing, I mean, they have to kill it or they lose. And sometimes they can't kill it and then they lose. Ooh, this is good. This is very good. I think so far we only have 1 Zeal minion. But that's sort of alright. Especially as we have a Celerity minion. Yeah, get in there. This card's great. It's just so many stats. Ooh. And these are both very interesting. Twilight Sorcerer, so it can get us Afterblaze, Martyrdom, Tempest, or lots and lots of Raw. This card is not as good since they made Bloodborne spells a thing. This, if it doesn't die, can win the game. But it's only a 2-3. I think we do pick this, honestly. I don't think Aerial Rift's great. We don't have any synergy with casting spells, so just having a thing to cycle isn't great. I think we get this Mogwai. And hope it works out. Probably better than Twilight Sorcerer. Another Necroseer. Or a Death Blighter. It's some AoE. It's not very efficient AoE, but it's some AoE. I mean, as 6 drops that impact the board go, you could probably do worse at the common slot. Like, the main problem with Necroseer is the, you know, the tempo downside. Like, he's quite a good body and quite grindy, and I am sort of vaguely tempted, but I think I'd rather have this because it blows stuff up. What's not bad about that? The only downside is it doesn't go face, but I think probably still worth the pick. Ooh, is that a holy immolation? Alright, that's worth at least 2 free wins. Like, I mean, these cards are meh. This card is one of the best cards in the game. In the entire game. Okay. Swamp Entangler is bad. Beam Shock is... Well, according to Zooches is alright. But he was playing an Arcanist deck. Blazehound, so it does draw the opponent a card. It is a 3-drop, and we have a lot of them. But it will help us motor through our deck to find our better cards. It helps us find Holy Emo, Dancing Blades, Second Sun, Deathblighter, Removal. We go for this. We really need some 2-drops now. Come on, draft. Draft. Okay, so do we take another Dragoon? We already have like... Can I see? No, I have to count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 3-mana cards. I've noticed this. I've not only my Gauntlet runs, but also pictures of Gauntlet runs that I've seen other people do have just contained a lot of 3-drops, way more than 2s or anything else. Going second might actually be advantageous in Gauntlet nowadays if there's that many 3-drops in the format, because you're not that likely to hit on turn 1. So we could just get a second Sun. I like the Dragoon, but Second Sun is like awesome. It also has Zeal, so relevant with Afterblaze, which is also a good way to pick it up again if it gets dispelled. Like you put this on it, you put Raw, and you have a 4/10, and you drew a card. It's pretty solid. I do like this card, but I think I'm going to go for the bomb. 2 drops. Oh yes. Oh, this is one of the best things we could have hit. It's a 2-drop. It's got Zeal. It's one of the best 2-drops in the game. Sorted. More of that, please. What is this? So we could just replace this a lot. It might be good. I don't think it's good, but it's a big pile of stats. We don't really have any healing, so having a comeback mechanic for if the opponent starts rushing us down seems like it could be good. I don't think this card is very good. I mean, it's give all friendly minions +1 health, draw a card, which is kind of alright. It's like a mini Inner Oasis. And sometimes the pet you get will be good. But... you know what? I want to test this card. This is all about learning, right? Let's see if Blood Tora does anything. If nothing else, it'll be funny. We can tell people we had Blood Tora in the deck. This is a 2-drop, and it's good, and it's Dispel Bait, which protects the Second Suns. Loses to Blood Tier Alchemist, but there are fewer of those around nowadays. This is a pretty good 5-drop, but... Jaxie, get in there. We now also have 2 range minions. This is interesting. So, this card is... I would not consider this remotely playable, but we do have a Holy Immolation, which goes rather well with having a 0-mana minion. I don't think that's good enough, however. Sundrop is alright. We don't really have any healing. We don't have very much Provoke, but we could also just pick this Provoke. That would also work. Yeah, and this card is really, really good. And it's got Zeal, so it goes with Afterblaze. See if we can get a second Afterblaze, that'd be sweet. Okay, this guy is a 3/4 for 2 with Raw, and otherwise basically useless. Arrow Whistler. So it's cute that she buffs our other 2 ranged minions that could actually come up. And you know, again, you can play it and they have to remove it, and it's a bit harder to get rid of than Fire Spitter. So this card probably gets the nod over Fire Spitter, even if you have 0 other ranged minions, because it's much harder to remove. It doesn't die to like True Strike or Phoenix Fire. This card seems like it could be quite good. Like you just sort of slam that, but then they can just run away from it. I feel like, I don't know, everyone likes a good AoE, right? And if your opponent's rolling over you, this card is much better than this. It's also not a terrible aggressive card, just because, again, it's an AoE, so it can clear multiple minions. That's good tempo, and it hits them in the face. The trigger hits them in the face. Let's find out. Let's try it out. It also looks like Shienko from the Marvel vs. Capcom series, which makes me happy. Is that a Dankheart? We might want to get this. Although, this card seems very good. I mean, we do already have a pile of 3-drops. Even if this one does have neutral death touch, which, I mean, I don't know what the proportion of neutral cards versus non-neutrals is. It is nice that this can kill stuff like, these. I'm hoping we're the only people with them. But we could just take Dankheart. I mean, he's a nice ranged minion. Protects himself a little bit. So it's not too awful if he gets up close. He's very good with Afterblaze. That's relevant. And Radiant Dragoon. Nice with Tempest because he can heal himself. Yeah, let's try Dankheart out. See how he goes. Rubbish 2-drop or 2 rubbish 6-drops. I think we want to pick one of the 6s, I guess. And this guy really is rubbish. But we are dying for turn 2 plays. Just to be able to... Oh, are we? I mean, if you play this on turn 1, exactly, and like basically no other time, but if you play it on turn 1 so that it contests the mana tile, your opponent can't kill it with their general. They have to do something else. In that respect, the card can be okay. It's basically the same as playing like an Ephemeral Shroud on turn 1. On the other hand, that never feels good either, and that's not just because the Ephemeral Shroud has other uses. So maybe we do just go for the higher curve and we just put down piles of stats in the mid to late game. We do have 3 AoEs, sorry, 4 with Tempest, so we can maybe afford to be a bit more defensive. The downside is we don't have any life gain. We just have a couple of provokes. So that could be an issue. And Argeon likes having minions on board. Let's take this. Let's go big. Ooh. Okay. So here's some good options. So if we're gonna get rushed down, Chakram becomes awesome. That's okay, it's another 3-drop, but it's a 5/5 for 3. Fizz is a small amount of healing, which can be useful for protecting a minion. It is a pet, but it is also a 2-drop, and it's not terribly sized. So on turn 1, we can play it. We can just do something with our mana that at least, maybe attacks them a bit, goes face. Like, you can play the battle pet in the middle in front of you, and then your opponent can make it attack something, but they can't make it attack that general without letting it take the mana tile. So you're kind of... You still see the initiative to them. So maybe, given how good it would be to get some early plays that aren't very fragile, like we have 1 that isn't. Oh, I guess Shira is reasonably proactive, but these 2 are sort of pretty fragile, and Tempest is obviously reactive. No, I think we need this. Either Chakram is probably too unreliable, although I imagine the card is quite good, but I think we need this too much. Just want to make this big go up, Right, we have 0 reason to play Zeron, and every reason to play Argeon because he is awesome. Okay, so deck looks a lot better than it did last time. We do have a higher curve than I'm entirely comfortable with, but we can just replace aggressively for our cheap things. And it does mean that hopefully our top decks will be awesome. And we do at least have like a decent variety of things at the top end. Like we have this big defensive provoke if the opponent's been rushing us down. We have a big pile of stats. We have a different pile of stats that kills them from far away, whereas the Silverbeak wants to be near the enemy. We have an opening gambit minion that can do some damage. So we've got some, and we've got these which are, piles of stats, but they're more efficient. These are more like Hamon Blade Seekers. So we've got a reasonably powerful top end. We just got to make sure we get there or win the mid game. And we do have, we have a Silver God Knight, Lyceum Brawler. This thing hits like a ton of bricks. We don't have Divine Bond in the deck, but we do have Afterblaze and Holy Immolation, and Argeon's Bloodborne spell, and they don't know that we don't have Divine Bond, so they'll probably have to kill it on sight anyway. We have a couple of decent provokes. We have this guy. This card seems like it could be alright, but I mean, even if the opponent spreads out a lot to play around it, I imagine if you anticipate that correctly, and I'm not saying that I can do this not having played the card before with the rope hanging over me, but in theory, if I can position my Nasha such that my opponent has to like screw themselves over to run away from it, it'll be good. So we have quite a few ways of presenting a threat. Like we have Afterblaze for a big minion. We have some ranged minions, we have some big provoke minions, we have celerity minions. Like we have a lot of things that the opponent will have to care about and deal with. So, and only a couple of like boring generic things. Ziran. Okay, this person probably has a lot of toughness or like a couple of healing synergy cards, and I'm a bit worried. Okay, so we don't want this. Probably do want this in the hand. You know, it's a pump spell, but it's a really good tempo swing. I play this turn 1, this turn 2, job done. I'm sort of loath to replace either of these, but Dancing Blades probably in practice isn't coming down till turn 3. Like, it's quite rare the opponent will actually let you get a mana tile going second. So I'll just keep the 3s, which is a bit clunky. That's the thought actually. Because my turns are just going this, 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 right? So I don't need the Saber Spine Tiger. Oh, sweet, there we go. So we can actually go Fizz plus Windblade Adept, in theory, and contest whatever this is. Is that a battle pet as well? Rock Pulverizer. That is a very interesting place to put a Rock Pulverizer. So she must have some kind of buff. Why would you do that? Why do you want this mana tile? Because I can just take it. Like, are we going to get ruined by one of these, basically? So if the opponent has this, what do I do about it? Well, I can play a Windblade Adept here, which means it's still toughness 4. We still get wrecked. Maybe I'm just meant to not care, or maybe I play Blazehound sort of over here. I don't really want to be that passive. I don't actually want to let my opponent get the tile. I think playing this plus this is better, and we can Afterblaze this next time. So we do this. Probably keep the rest of the hand. Maybe I'm supposed to replace this Blazehound. I feel like if the opponent doesn't have anything and is just not very good and likes healing, we're going to destroy them on card advantage, so we might not even want this. They have a lot of cards in hand right now. That tends to be when Blazehound is good, and it's good to have an alternative for the Afterblaze if our stuff dies. Although we did just top deck an alternative. What's this? Gonna see like Primus Fist maybe? That'd be fine. Okay. Sure. That's unimpressive. No further plays. Okay, so we can't ruin with this now, which is marginally sad. We can kill this with our face, and then we have to deal with the Silver Guard. We take 3. So one thing we can do is move this and put the Silver Guard in front of the opponent, but then we don't get to it doesn't get the bonus itself. We can also just play this. We can move here and play the Silver Guard here, or where this was, so that this can't attack us. And Ziran still has to move into the provoke area in order to take it. And I think we're going to send the Windblade up top so we can contest that mana tile. Let's replace. Still like the idea of this. But I'm being silly. Martyrdom. So we could pop this, hit this, do nothing else. I don't think we need to do that. Do this. You go up here. And we hope that we're not getting like redonkulously blown out by something that I haven't thought of. Okay, so they have an Afterblaze. That's really bad. So we can martyrdom this. Alright, that'll be a trade. That's fine. It's on 6 toughness. Yeah, I think we have to use the martyrdom, which is very unfortunate. We can't quite Dancing Blades plus hit it. But we can use the Dancing Blades to recover some card advantage later. Let's see. So obviously that goes away. Shiro. So we can blow this up, go up here, play Shiro plus Raw. Or we can play Afterblaze plus Martyrdom and just have a massive minion. And this is happening. I kind of like the idea of having multiple minions on the off chance my opponent has a Martyrdom of their own. I think this is one of the better opportunities we're going to get to play Shiro. I should probably spread out to play around Ironcliff Guardian. Although there's not really a lot I can do about it. Actually, we're not that scared. If she plays Ironcliff here, we just Afterblaze. Oh, that doesn't quite kill it, does it? What do we do? If we go here, that's slightly better. Oh, it's not that much. Yeah, because Shiro can move in and attack. If she plays it there. Okay, so that's got to die, but that's fine, we can kill it. In fact, we can kill it with this Dancing Blades that we've been sitting on. And our opponent will feel very sad. I think we actually keep this because we're ahead on board. Oh, should I have gone here to put Shiro there? Yes. I'm missing a Shiro trigger by doing it this way. Foolish. Where are you going, Shiro? Are you going here or there? Here is better against Ironcliff. Oh, not much better, is it? Still better. And I'll keep both of these cards. Fat. So we're going to do Afterblaze Roar and just one-hit kill this. Profit of the White Palm. Prevent all spell damage until your next turn. Look how much I don't care. This is going to be awesome. Oh, we can play a Veil Hunter in the back as well. Zoop. My god, that's terrifying. Oh man, so we don't even have to take 3 on our face. We can play... So we can use the cat to... Nah, it's not worth it, is it? Might as well just... So I kind of... What I want is to kind of be able to roar the ranged minion next turn. But it's not really worth it, it'll probably just die. The other option would be to roar this and go face, but we're not in dire need of the extra damage. So we play this over here. Shiro can kill that. We roar this. Smash, smash. You go over here. I think... Do I attack with this? What deals 4 damage? I mean, I guess attack plus Dancing Blades. Would be relatively bad. Martyrdom would be go either way. Sunset Paragon. She still has to attack it herself, which is better than allowing her to move freely and play it, I guess. Do we replace any of this? I don't think so. Kitty is great. Ooh. More beef. Yeah, let's just hope they don't have Sunset Paragon. My opponent has... That doesn't look like a Sunset Paragon sort of play to me. Is that another Ironcliff? No. Ah, no! I'm gonna get immolated. Why would you not kill this? That's bonkers. That's a 10-4. Wow. I think my opponent missed a trick there. So, do we take 4? Or do we use the tiger? I think I might use the tiger. I don't want to die to like some random burst. Do this. Face. Face! Here's an 8-8. Let's hope we don't get punished. Excuse me. Don't think we care about that too much. Oh, Sky Burial. So the way we win this is simple. I think opponent has to hope we miss lethal. Is there any out now? So what we do is we move the second sun forward, move Argeon forward, pop this up here, move this, and trade it for the game. Well, that was good. That was effective. I think my opponent maybe could have made some different plays. Like, not killing the 10-4 with Holy Immolation was a bit silly. I guess they didn't want Shiro plus Veil Hunter to run away with the game forever, but then if they had a Sky Burial... Oh, they must have top-decked it. But then why would you be more afraid of a 2-2 than 10-4? Regardless of where the 2-2 is. Okay, against Vitruvian on the draw. This is bad because we don't have a whole lot of Dispel. In fact, I don't think we have any. No and no. That was easy. We do have some good opening hand options. Let's just hope they don't have too many obelisks and other awful things that we have to get rid of. That looks like a Pyromancer. Ah, crap. We have several... What? Okay. We have several ways to kill this, but they aren't in our hand. I'm going to keep this Blazehound so I can try and draw one. I'm going to replace Shiro, I think. That's an option. It will trade with it if the opponent doesn't have a pump spell. So I don't think it's a very good option. I think we have to... Let's see. If I play Silver God Knight there, it doesn't obviously die on the board, and it protects these mana tiles, and the opponent has to choose between shooting me and shooting it with the Pyromancer. If they go up and shoot it, Argeon can come down and play the Veil Hunter there, which can threaten the Pyromancer in the following turn. If I play the Blazehound, I draw a card, but it dies. So I think having the thing my opponent has to put effort into killing is better. Like, let's make them have the pump spell, or let's make them have the whatever nonsense. Oh, turn 1 Pyromancer is really bad. This is so annoying. How many forwards is it? Okay. Yeah. So maybe in a couple of turns we can actually get at it with Dancing Blades if we're lucky, but I wouldn't count on that. We're going to see this. Oh my days. We are not winning this game. We don't have enough answers for all this nonsense. What is this? Sure. Wow. I'm scared. Okay, so well, we can actually run away and play Veil Hunter. Like we can go here, play it there, or more likely here, or here. So we can play a Blazehound on the tile. We can even bring this on. We can play. What we're probably supposed to do is play the Blazehound like there, bring this onto the tile, and then play Veil Hunter if we don't draw anything else. Can we get the Dancing Blades? No, we'd have to... Let's replace first, because we might just draw Blood Tier Alchemist to make this really easy. We don't. So I can, in theory, play the Lyceum Brawler instead of the Hound, but it's much more valuable, so I'd rather this be the one that dies. Damn it. I think we can just kill this. I don't really want to walk away from this thing, because the Jaxi then gets to attack the Veil Hunter. If I don't... how important is this Veil Hunter? I think we do this. This might be completely wrong. Maybe I'm just supposed to let this guy die and play it over here. But I think I'd rather... Oh, my opponent can just kill it with this, can't we? Well, that's neither a pumped Pyromancer nor a dead Veil Hunter, but here's a Blood Tear Alchemist. Yeah, okay. We're getting punished. Yeah, I should have gone over there. Should have thought about that. We don't have a Blistering Skull, so we're just dead, I think? No, he... Oh no, has his general moved dead? He might be able to... Well, that attack animation's awesome. Also, how does our opponent have so many constructed staples in their deck? Obelisk. That's terrifying. I guess we can kill this with Dancing Blades. But the 4-1 just dies to Jaxi. We can kill that or the Pyromancer. Not both. Oh, actually, I lie. We can do... Oh, we can roll this and kill that, but then we can't play anything else. Let's replace one of these many, many large and useless minions. So, if I kill... I think I'm attacking this with the 4-1 either way. I can't get to here. So what I want to do is play the Dancing Blades on this square to kill this. I would also like to be able to roar and kill this, which I can do if I only play, say, this Primus. I think I'm better off just like killing the Blood Tear Alchemist, moving in this direction in general. You go here, attack this. Down comes Dancing Blades. Opponent still has 4 cards in hand, but then so do we. So our opponent can't kill this on board, and may have to leave this up if they wish to. Like if their only pump is like a Fireblaze Obelisk. We haven't seen a pump spell on the Pyro yet. Well, we might be able to win this just with stats at this point. Entropic Decay, okay, fine. You do that. Like, we might be able to win this just on raw stats. Like, we can move up, play Silverbeak. So he's just going to face here. Like, we can just kill this now with Argeon. And play this 6-9. Sure, you get a 2-2. I guess he has to, like, move to here. Oh, but he attacked. Awesome. Okay, so we can go up. Let's replace first. Let's get rid of this. Fizz. That could be entertaining. Having 2 minions out is nice. Doesn't do a lot though. So we can like Necroseer pump, or we can just play this, because it, like, I mean, I guess it dies to another Entropic Decay, that's the sad part. So what if we do, oh, Fizz is useless though, isn't it? Because there's no way I can get it to get at this. Like, it'll just sit and attack. So maybe the Necroseer is better. But it dies to these, which is somewhat unfortunate. I think we have to hope that the opponent doesn't have another Entropic Decay. And play the Silverbeak. And I think I'm going to play it here, where it's near the ranged unit. Oh, brilliant! This is a good draw. So we do have to worry about Dominate Will, so I'm going to have to smash the 6-9 into the largest thing my opponent has, so that it's nearly dead. Like trying to keep minions around. He's blocking off, but he's moved. Deathblighter, come to me. No, don't play something here. That's not allowed. Sure, you can do that. That is fine. So we do... Oh, this is going to be a great turn. Sure. Reasonable. Do we even have to Deathblighter? We don't have to, but it's better to. I believe. So what we do is we smash this. We play this to kill the 2 other minions. We kill the stupid token. And roll the Deathblighter. Oh! And we breathe a sigh of relief, is what we do next. Because we are now enormously ahead. How did I do that? Wow. I thought there was no way I won this game when he played the Jaxi. Bone Swarm. You're going to hit this with your face and take 5 and then take 6 from that, because that's awesome. Also, no Dominate Will, because our opponent probably would have dominated the Silver Beak. Rasha's Curse? More? More. No, it's over there. Wind Slicer. Alright. So, I think I might start the train. Oh, maybe I'm supposed to heal this first. So I can come down, heal this, kill that, smash him in the face, and play, like, Necroseer or Nasher. Nasher's probably not great here, actually, because we can kill everything on board as it is. Play these two. Yeah, that seems good. So, I'm just surround the opponent in bodies. I like that plan. Do this. Fizz can go, like, here or something. Heal up this. Come in. Let's put it here in case he has another Bone Swarm. You go here. Smash. Actually, Bone Swarm's pretty awkward now that I think about it. Let's do this. This doesn't die immediately to Bone Swarm, so you'd have to have two of them. He could have a Death Blighter, but it only kills these two. It's not that bad. Because there we go. Wow, I can't believe we got that. That's awesome. Lesson learned. Sometimes you want beef. Thank you, random69, that I was unhappy about picking. I am no longer unhappy about having picked you. Well, we're already doing a lot better than last time through the power of stats. So let's see how long this train will take us. Faye. I'm scared of Faye. We don't have any life gain. Well, we have a Fizz, who's not very good. Oh, there he is. Is this a game where I try and set up Dankheart? It might be. Oh, he's awful against Cryogenesis, though, which is a card. We could bait that with the Blazehound, actually. Or this. This is even worse against Cryogenesis. Let's get rid of you. Probably this? I mean, what am I doing? I'm doing turn 1 Blazehound by the look on things so far. Not Fizz. Fizz is okay. I mean, I guess if I draw another 2-drop, I can do Fizz plus that, which is probably better than anything else, because against Vanar you need to get ahead quite quickly. So let's replace these, like, relatively... Well, I mean, if I can play this defensively, I can play this defensively, right? No, let's do it like this. Oh, that's interesting. So I could just play turn 1 Mogwai. That would definitely draw some removal if my opponent had it. And that would pave the way for Dankheart. But I think if my opponent plays a minion here, like especially if it's a Crystal Cloaker, I can't really afford to just do that. I can't take 2 turns off to bait out removal. Because, like, if she has Chromatic Cold, you can go, you know, next turn 3-drop Chromatic Cold, and the turn after, yeah, no, awful. So I'm still sort of tempted to play Mogwai. I could sort of do the high-up defensive maneuver, like I go here, play Mogwai there. Opponent still takes this mana tile, but can't really kill it. So they do like a Saber Spine or something. And it leaves this mana tile open, but I can't use it, so that doesn't really matter. What do I replace? I need to replace something. I'm kind of looking to get something plus Fizz. Like I can play 2-drop Fizz. Fizz will kill this next turn. And I deny that mana tile. I want this. I sort of want one but not both of these, but I'm not sure which is better. And I sort of want this, but I'm not sure. All very dependent. Let's replace this. It's fragile. Veil Hunter. I guess I take that. I guess I play Fizz on the tile and Veil Hunter behind me. I just want to deny this mana tile, to be honest. And Veil Hunter can go here. And my opponent has to care about this. Ooh, that's a good one. My opponent has to care about this. So if they've got a Chromatic Cold, we trade even on mana, and I kind of trade up my rubbish basic minion for my opponent's semi-premium removal spell. And if my opponent doesn't have anything that can kill a ranged minion, then we know we can stick this, and it will hopefully work. So our opponent's basically got to sit here and pressure. Oh, don't be Glacial Elemental. Oh no. Crap. I guess we can just kill that if we draw a pump spell. So if we replace into Afterblaze, we can murder this. So the opponent clearly doesn't have any... Wait, doesn't this just... Okay, no. That kills the healing mistake. Yeah, we'll go after this next turn. So we can try and get some extra toughness. If we get lucky and the Radiant Dragoon hits that, that puts us in good shape. This can't really kill Hank Hart very easily. Where am I going? So Nasher is still like okay looking. If I put that here, opponent will have to run away, spread out more. I want to take this Monotile though, and the Nasher doesn't go well with that. So let's replace it. Dank Nemesis, okay, that doesn't help either. So maybe I'm not playing Hank Hart this turn. Oh, the other thing with taking this Monotile is it gets Fizz killed by Warbird, which is actually quite bad, so I probably need to write this off. Maybe I am supposed to play this. Like, if my opponent's sitting back with no removal in hand, I may as well, right? I think I am actually going to move Argeon forward. I want a forward position, and I want to be able to aggressively remove my opponent's stuff. Okay, so what's this? Frostborn Naga. That's fine. That's your mana for the turn. That means you don't have any Vespers. That means I'm in excellent shape. Apart from the face damage. So Hank is killing this. I do... maybe actually staying back would have meant I could roll things. So I can possibly just Martyrdom that. Like, I can go around here, play Radiant Dragoon, play Martyrdom, kill this with the Dankmeister. Go face with the Veil Hunter. She can threaten this easily from there. Maybe I replace... Opponent still has a lot of cards in hand, so probably holding something fairly clunky. Maybe I replace this, because I can't cast it for a couple turns. What do we get? Oh, is it lagging? What? Is my stream still up? Yes. Thanks, Duelist. Please don't lose me the game because you disconnected. Okay, good. Replace Windblade. So I can play the Windblade without taking the Monotile, but I do want to deny that. Let's just get this Radiant Dragoon out, it's good. And we pop this. You run away. Kill that. You go face. I'm not going to go face because I don't like Fae. Pass. Yes! Hehehe. Now it doesn't die to a single general attack. Or like Hearth Sister plus Warbird. Or we drew a second son. We're pretty favoured here. Although our opponent still has a lot of... Okay. Ranged units are awesome. Who knew? All that stuff about getting proactive Veil Hunter plays down. I think I learned a lot from the last time I did this. Because so far, I've won the game in 3 different ways, each of which was inspired by something that happened last week. So we're on the right track. I'm not entirely sure how long I'm going to keep streaming for, but I'll keep playing for a few rounds. What time is it now? That's fine. Oh, this is interesting. My opponent's called Thopters. For those who don't play Magic, Thopters are little robot flying things. So we can do Fizz Shiro turn 1. That's quite good. It's kind of spicy. Doesn't go well with his Tempest though. Second Son, A, I have 2 copies of this, B, it's a 5-drop and those are hard to play early. Especially when one of your minions is a pet and the other one's going to be out the way, so we'll replace him. Expect to play this on turn 2. Ooh! We can do Fizz Veil Hunter again and see if that opponent has removal. Make them take the test. Do nothing. Pass. You don't need a turn. Is that a pet? A Spirit Call. Okay. Hit something you can't cast, please. No. Snow Chaser. Oh, that's tedious. Well, it can either take a mana tile or be immune to dying, so we don't mind it that much. So the temptation is to play Shiro Veil Hunter, but that gets massively blown out by this because it attacks trades, but then goes back to the owner's hand. Fizz is better, but Fizz attacking a Snow Chaser isn't amazing. Can still do Fizz Veil Hunter. It still dies to the Snow Chaser, I guess. In the same way, if the opponent doesn't want to take this mana tile. Like, there's not much I can actually do about that, short of playing the Fizz here. So the opponent has to make the trade, which is a good option, actually. Let's replace again. Well, that guy's good. He can catch us up. Like, maybe I just play the Veil Hunter at the back and move forward and don't play anything into the Snow Chaser. And then try and kill it next turn. But that gets, if the opponent has anything, we get wrecked for that. So I'm probably just going to make the boring play of playing Fizz and Shoulder and the Veil Hunter here, and just hoping the opponent wants to get a 4-drop out so we can kill the Snow Chaser. I guess if the opponent just kills this and plays the 3-drop, we're not in awful shape. Like, we can deal some damage with the Veil Hunter. We can play Shiro or Lycium Brawler. Like, we might be able to play Shiro Mogwai. Okay, so the opponent's going for the greed play, which, you know, is pretty reasonable. If we top deck Blazehound, that's going to be good, actually, because they're going to probably only play 1 card this turn. So poor little Fizz is not having a fun time. Game is going less well than the previous. Sort of Primus first. So because the opponent's going to be far forward, our crossbones. That's rude. That's very rude. Oh my. We don't have any Dispel for this. Our only real answer to it is running over to the other side of the table. So I kind of want to play the Nasher. If I stand here and play Nasher, deny this mana tile, opponent will have to put effort into killing it. And we can, in theory, use it to... We can force the opponent to spread out awkwardly, basically. Mogwai will probably just die. Although if the opponent can't kill this, they can't kill this, I guess. You only need 1 damage to do either. It does mean Faye takes 6. The other thing is just playing that, which is less vulnerable to, like, Blood Tear Alchemist. I think I'm going to replace Shiro. Probably want to hold on to a card draw source to help us get back in the game. I feel like Nash is the better play, but the opponent can just block it. Like, right, if I play it then, the opponent just doesn't move, it doesn't do anything, so I'm going to play this. Oh, now I draw you. So we can kill the Snow Chaser by drawing the opponent up to 6 with the Blazehound, or hit the Snow Chaser and use the Blazehound to mill them. I think I'd rather use it to kill the Snow Chaser. It's a bit weird because replacing a 2/1 that can't die with a random card from the opponent's hand doesn't seem great. The opponent's deck doesn't seem great. Like, that could be something much more impactful. Maybe I'm being stupid. Yeah, because we can just run over on face side, and as long as she's not running Avalanche, which she might be. But we can nerf the infiltrate by doing that. That is a strange move. Oh, maybe she's going to play something that is worth defending. You better not have Glacier Elemental. Oh! That's terrifying. Going face. No surprise. More face. And then I guess replay the Snow Chaser. So we can sort of run away for a bit. Like we can kill this and jam Mogwai somewhere safe. Draw cards. What? Oh, that's what. Oh man. We have to martyrdom that. Because we're going to die. Oh, I guess we can use Raw to kill both of these. And save life. And then play Mogwai or Nasha. I think it's +1 attack. But it's going to be a 3/3 next turn. Afterblaze. That does not have Zeal. But if I give it Afterblaze, I can... Oh, I can't quite kill this with it. It becomes a 6/8, so it hits this and then just whacks her in the face for 6. It's not that useful. Probably save it. Oh, 8, sorry, because of the Raw. Maybe, is that worth it? Like, I have to go to 15. She goes to like 12, but I still have no board. No, I'd rather do this, this, and then like this or Blaze Hound. Let's go for this for now and hope she doesn't have Hearth Sister. Oh, that would have been good. The Mogwai might also bait out like a Cryogenesis or something. Again, if the opponent does end up with a big hand, we can at least use Blaze Hunt to draw a card for just us and catch us up slightly. But I don't feel very advantaged here. Afterblaze is quite nice with this, just because making it big enough to like move around and fight rather than just run around drawing cards. Excuse me, can make it a fair bit more impactful. The opponent's thinking at least. Okay, that's promising. Going face, playing Warbird. We go to 14. So we're gonna have to drop this provoke. Snow Chaser like there maybe. Adjudicator. Guess I'm scared. That's very interesting. What is going on? Okay, so I don't know if it's worth martyrdoming a wall to let Mogwai escape, or after blazing Mogwai, which makes it survive. We hit this, we go to 13. We can play the Primus here, or even here. It's probably better to have this run away from the walls and play, like attack this, play the taunt. I really don't like the taking damage, but I think we have to. Oh, I want to get rid of that Borean Bear as well. Let's do this. And... oh, Warbird blows that out, doesn't it? If I play the Provoke here. I'm going to move you anyway. Jaxie. Jaxie's actually an okay draw. So I think we're doing it like this. Or even this, actually, because the Martyrdom kills it, which is sort of handy for us. What am I replacing? This Blaze Hound. I don't want to draw my opponent more potential lethals. We're okay on cards right now. So I'm hoping this spawns somewhere that isn't this corner, because then we'll be sad. We have the option that we can either use it to attack this 3/3 next turn to kill it after it's hit us, or it dies to Warbird and we can shoot the 3/3 if there's no good way for us to move away from it. I don't really see us winning this game just because... oh, what? Come on. At least we have the Martyrdom. Oh, unless opponent has a Dispel? Uh-oh. So we just take 7 here. Sorry, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12? No, opponent's going there. That seems incorrect to me. Opponent really doesn't want me drawing cards. Okay, cool. So the Warbird is coming down. Spawn over here, please. Oh no! The 1 in 4 that costs me the game. Oh, that's so awful. That's really, really bad. Okay, how do we win this? When we're taking all this damage. So we have to Martyrdom the 7/6, which is awkward because we don't want to take more damage. We have another Provoke in the deck. We can hit... We can like Holy Immolation and attack in theory. So we can do Martyrdom plus this plus Roar. We can't do this out Afterblaze Martyrdom, but Afterblaze will be good next turn. Do I replace this guy? Maybe. Just to try and find something else to play this turn. Maybe I'm supposed to replace the Afterblaze on that. No, I don't think so. That's maybe good. It's not quite there, but it's good. So we pop this. Oh wait, I should have roared this. I guess it doesn't matter that much, because we can't use it for 2 turns. This. You're going to go here and attack. So we die on the opponent's next turn. So we have to deal 19 damage next turn. We have a lot of damage in hand. Like this is 5. That's 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we have to draw something off this. I'm not sure we can hit. Yeah, maybe we're just dead. Hello, Flickers1. Nice to see you here. Running away is sensible. Wait. I can buy a turn. I can move away from my opponent. That will help. So we do have to get rid of this somehow. Hopefully we'll draw a Blood Tear Alchemist. What are you doing? Ah. That's very sad. That means we're dead next turn. That is the card we needed. I don't know if it's good enough still, but we can do a lot of damage now. I don't think it's actually lethal, but we can show off, basically. So, Afterblaze, Smash, Immolation. Oh, I should have... Wow, I didn't actually think that would be lethal. I must have done the maths wrong last turn when I was thinking about it. Because we could have drawn. How do draws work in Gauntlet? What did I miscalculate? I thought it was like 2 extra off. Because the Saber Spine... Huh. Oh well. You die, I guess. I really don't enjoy playing against Warbird very much. It's like this sort of... It's not nice losing to someone's just built-in Bloodborne spell. Like, there are things like Lilith and Cassava with their Bloodborne spells will absolutely win the game, but you still have to use them in a certain way, whereas Phase literally just takes your life total down. And occasionally, like, you have to position weirdly to get around it. I don't mind the positional aspect because that's part of Phase deal. It's part of Vannar in general and Phase, the aspect of that personified. But what are we doing here? Probably this. Maybe I'll keep Dancing Blades. That's a very good opening hand. But yeah, I'm just not keen on like the experience of playing against Warbird is like, okay, I take 2. Okay, I take 2. And you can just see the clock. And you're like, okay, well, I'm dead in the end turns. There isn't very much strong healing in Duelist, so you can't really do a lot about it. So options here are play Veil Hunter or Martyrdom this. The Dervish is more than likely to be able to take this mana tile, allowing my opponent to play a 4-drop. Plus it's an obelisk, they're like reasonably scary. I can avoid it though, I can just sit over here with my ranged minion. But if my opponent has... What can they have? They can have Siphon Energy, they can have Crossbones, I guess, like Faded. Then I basically lose. I don't know if the opponent can get at me with Saber Spine from there. I guess with like small minion Saber Spine they could. I don't really want to be in the far corner, I want to be in my opponent's face. So I think we just do this. I don't think I want to replace any of this. I think these are all legit cards. If my opponent doesn't play a Pyromancer next, then I will replace the Blood Tier probably. This is good against obelisks. Like this kills an obelisk basically. This is great. And this is a plan. That guy I would have replaced. Never surrender. No, surrendering... I mean, there's no point surrendering when there's prizes on the line, right? But sometimes you are just dead. No, I can't believe I was off on the math on that. I added the numbers up in my head and they were wrong. I think I forgot... Yes! I forgot to take into account the fact that she would take damage when she attacked me. So I missed lethal. Well, not lethal, I missed the draw. Okay. We are going to have all the value now. Question is, can we get Veil Hunter down as well? I think the answer is yes. So we play Saber Spine, killing this. We move... I think we have to go here. Play Blood Tier Alchemist, killing this. And we play Veil Hunter in the back. And our opponent is very salty. Are we replacing this Necroseer? It's a good proactive play if the Dancing Blades doesn't get used. So... Pop. Kill this. Pop. This. And that's why this card is in my deck. Damn, that feels good. We can roll this next turn as well if the opponent doesn't remove it. Or dispel it. Well, we can roll right if they dispel it, but that's obviously not so useful. So opponent has 4 cards in hand, we have 3. We have a board, but it's a fairly weak one in terms of resilience and various stats. Hello, 4 other people. Oh, I have 5 viewers, that's nice. Thank you all for watching, I really appreciate it. It's as usual, I am recording this as well, so we'll be able to put this on YouTube later, but it's nice to do it live, right? So running away from the 1/2 is promising for me. Iron Shroud is okay for me. That dies to the 1/2 once it's buffed. Tension is killing me. I think the opponent might have like an obelisk to play or something. A maul. Okay, you can have a maul. That's fine. So I guess we roll this, run away, move up, kill this. Play Nasher as a 4-drop? That seems kind of boring. I mean, I guess it's better than replacing and hitting nothing. I could not draw this and play something else, but that's also boring. Maybe I should replace... Which one do I replace? I think this is like non-negotiable. Like, we worked for this. This is what we were trying to do in the first place. So she's going to sit in the corner and get loads of value and win all of the games. Opponent does still have 4 cards in hand. Not irrelevant. This is like some amount of pressure, I guess. The opponent will have to use removal on it, or dispel. Or like it's quite good against Dancing Blades as well. Actually, yeah, that's actually a good reason to play it. It's quite good against a lot of what my opponent would want to do. Do we care if this gets hit in the face? Might as well leave it somewhere safe. Do I replace one of these? I think they're both quite strong. I mean, this is Dancing Blades. Everyone knows Dancing Blades is good. And Necroseer, well, I like that. You know, it's grindy. Like, the only weakness here is like I might run out of like large threats. So a largish threat that draws a card seems like a really good thing to have right now. So yeah, I'm hoping my opponent, I guess, well, if my opponent had a Siphon Energy, they'd cast it on the Veil Hunter. But they might Ephemeral Shroud this or something. And it makes their next turn quite awkward, because they have to position respecting the fact that I can deal 3 damage to everything with this if it dies. So anything that can kill the Nasher has to be like far away from anything else. Eep. Okay, so suicide this, shoot. That's a trade. And play Necroseer. Or Dancing Blades. No. So I think we play Necroseer instead of Lyceum Brawler. I might even replace this. Second Sun. Is that better than Necroseer? Our opponent clearly doesn't have any Dispel. Oh, this is nice because it's 3 to the dome as well. It does little spooky hands when it attacks. That's hilarious. When it moves even. Pew! Wow, that was good. 10 hurt. Hip dip sky blue. Let's get value. This is great if the opponent doesn't have an answer. I'm gonna go face actually. Like, we've got all the pressure. I might just play this because it's loads of damage. Even if it gets dispelled, we still roar. But then playing this while the opponent's not doing anything is kind of maybe worthwhile. Whereas if there's like an Entropic Decay, yeah. Move my opponent. Stop making that little sulky face at me, I don't care. This is Duelist, people have to think. So we still can't play 2 minions in one turn, but that's okay because we can deal 3 damage to a target of our choice every turn. Like, these ranged minions are just so difficult to beat. Okay, opponent is now working their way towards this thing. So we have to do some more body blocking. But it's okay, we can do that. It's very hard for them to make any plays that'll just get killed for free. Like, Necroseer plus this is 8 damage and doesn't cost me any cards. So even if they have like a Storm Metal Golem, it just dies for free and that's it. One thing to consider is Dominate Will. Don't really want to get this Dominate Will. That's probably one of the main ways I might lose the game. Unless this is still up. Is that Repulsor Beast? Sure, that's fine. I will allow that. Yes, play out more cheap minions. Ethereal Obelisk. That's annoying, actually. Can I Dancing Blades that? I can. Trade this, run over here, Dancing Blades, shoot. Leaves the Repulsor up, which is fine. Flickers one says, you appear to have your opponent in some kind of sniper web. Doesn't seem fun. No, this buffed ranged minion thing is just like ridiculously hard to beat. I've struggled with it in the past. Just not having any way out of it. It is a toughie. So we go... Seems like a shame to waste the Dancing Blades on this, to be honest. Like, I'm only one off being able to just attack it. But that's fine. Dancing Blades. Also, Dancing Blades is, like, not that bad if the opponent has Dominate Will. Like, there are worse things to lose, basically. Can't play anything else. Do I replace this Radiant Dragoon on the off chance I get something else to do? That's a maybe. Yeah, that seems reasonable, actually. I get a 2-drop. That's not very useful. Do I roll this? So if I roll this and he steals it, I take the extra damage, struggle to get rid of it. I'm gonna go with no. I get this back next turn anyway. Like Dominate Will, you just always have to respect against that. And it can be very difficult to beat. And it is like our opponent's main out of this situation is Dominate Will, because my life total isn't great. I mean, maybe I guess if the opponent does Dominate Will, I just don't replace the Blood Tora and assume they don't have a second one, because like if I'm going to take a bunch of damage killing this Dancing Blades, well, then I can play a 12/12 to catch up. So they're working towards the Veil Hunter now. We're actually at the point where I can roar it again. Or was that a Saber Spine? Sunsteel Defender. Eep. Well, we can clear most of this. We can use Dancing Blades to kill the 3/3. Attack this, taking 4, and shoot it. This guy obviously comes around. Didn't see a Dominate Will, so maybe we're in okay shape. Don't like my life total. I might actually keep this now. I think my turn this turn is Jaxi, Second Son, Raw, which is a pretty awesome turn, all things considered. But I do this. Am I doing this? Yeah. I think it's correct. Kill this. Kill this. Play Jaxi here, Second Son here, and I'll roar. Tempted to roll this as more Dominate Will insurance, because then I can just kill the Second Son easily. And I'm actually going to keep this, because you've always got to protect your life total. I mean, my opponent's only got 2 cards in hand, so the chances of like massive burst are pretty minimal. But again, if one of them's Dominate Will, I might end up having to smash my face into something to kill it efficiently. It's unlikely. Like, I'm still very far ahead, but I'm like, considering I've been removing things every turn for free, I'm much less far ahead than I would have expected. Like, I literally killed... I traded up massively a couple of times. I killed minions for free a couple of times. I mean, I've got a board, I guess. Maybe it is literally just because I'm afraid of... Oh, he finally drew a Siphon Energy. Went for that instead of the... Ah, there we go. There's the Dominant Will. Called it. Okay, so... Now we're in sort of trouble. We still have a ranged unit, that's funny. So what can we do? We can roll the Jaxi, smash it into this, and smash with this. Don't need you. Shiro. Boring. So I could attack this with my face and play the Blood Tora. If my opponent has another Dominate Will, I just die. But it would be funny. But let's hopefully not do that. So if I bring this up, move down, roar this, that doesn't really help much, does it? It doesn't change anything compared to roaring the Jaxi. Roaring the Jaxi is better. I think we start with that. Go there. Far, far away. Do it. That'll do. We trade this with the Necroseer. We draw a card. Martyrdom. Well, that would have been nice to have. I'm just going to kill some stuff. Get on a Shiro. Buff my guys. Probably attack face. Yeah. Might as well. Ooh, that's good. See, so even though we were so far ahead for so much of that, that Dominate Will was still such a blowout. Like, just knowing that card exists makes a huge difference to the texture of these games. Because a lot of the Vitruvian Gauntlet decks will have one. I guess it's probably less likely now, but like, What? I didn't even realise that was neutral. Oh my. Okay, opponent's on 12. Opponent is on 12, but I think I might want to just heal them to full. I don't think we can let this... I mean, we can run away from it and play Dark Nemesis, I guess. It's sort of alright. I think it's time to replace you now. We can Martyrdom and play this instead. Like, we're still ahead. We can still play the Dark Nemesis next turn. Wow, I didn't even realise Chimera was neutral. I thought it was a Magmar class card. That's hilarious. So, we can't fully just sit around and retreat because of Xerx's Bloodborne spell being a thing. Although, actually, that's not a really big deal because we can keep it in check with this Jaxi token. So let's do this. Let's do this, and it can be on Bloodborne spell duty. I think we're gonna play. I'm gonna put Shiro on it anyway. Let's get greedy and let's go here. So we're gonna make a nice little Shiro nest, and hopefully that's enough to advance across the board. So like Xerx's Bloodborne spell is really good in long games, like Lilith's, because you just keep making more minions, and the opponent has to respect that. But we have a couple of ways, like we can keep them in check with this, and we can win the game with Dark Nemesis, which I'm just going to play in this corner. So, roaring this is 14, 14 damage, 15, 16, 17, 18 damage, 20 damage. Play that, pass. That's an option. Oh, we probably don't go face with Argeon. I want to get the Dark Nemesis down. Maybe I replace this Provoke, although it's good. Second Sun, sure. I don't know whether I'm supposed to like... Because I can go face and then hit this, killing it, and trade with the Veil Hunter. And we're still making this sort of attritional gameplay. Or I can 14 him in the face, attack with the Jaxi, and play the Dark Nemesis, and probably just win the game next turn anyway. And the rest of it, just like the rest of my stuff, just runs away. It's like sort of alright. I mean, Vet doesn't really have that much ability to affect things from across the board, so that seems reasonable. Face. Lay down this. Just bunching my guys up to play around Star's Fury. Making it slightly worse. The 3-2 dies, but I don't care. That is a huge Jaxi token. Just like build your own shadow reflection? Shadow reflection. So opponent has to have a siphon energy. Oh! Please don't hit siphon energy, I'll be so salty. Actually, they have to have 2 siphons. And they've only got 1 card in hand. So they are dead. Well, I guess they're not dead on board if they siphon the token. Because my stuff's far away. Because I played assuming this would win me the game. Come on. I think my opponent's just like probably doing what I was doing at the end of the last game, checking and rechecking that board aghast, wondering is this real? Am I really honestly dead after all this hard fought match? Okay, good. Well played, opponent. Oh, or maybe they forgot what the Nemesis did. They might have forgotten what the Nemesis did. That will be why they conceded when it triggered. Oh, 4 Skyrock columns that we didn't pick earlier. How appropriate. I have an embarrassment of crates. 5 and 1. So we've already have already been playing as long as I did at the last run. I can do a few more games. This is 9 now. Yeah, let's keep going. Okay, you know I was talking about Bloodborne spells that are amazing in the late game. We're going first for the first time, that's interesting. So we can just jam this turn 1 Bale Hunter. That seems great. Yeah. Oh, turn 1 Veil Hunter, turn 2 Afterblaze. Let's do this. Oh, bye, Flickers 1. See you in a bit. So if we... Let's see. So answers to that, she could have Saberspine Tiger, Demonic Lure, Ephemeral Shroud, something like double Blood Tear Alchemist or Blistering Scorn Blood Tear Alchemist. It is the only 2-drop we have, and I'm going to play it. I was wondering whether it's worth playing it far away, because there are certain, like being able to reach it with a Maw or an Ephemeral Shroud is a thing. And we don't have a 4-drop in hand, so there's actually no good reason for me to play it to threaten a tile. I think I want to play it here rather than at the strict back, just because I want to be able to like move forward and move Argeon back and roar it at some point. Although there's a very good chance it's just getting Afterblazed if it survives. So I think it goes here. What am I replacing? I'm not casting you for a while. Six drops. Wait. Right, don't have a lure. That looks bad. Inkhorn Gaze. Wow. Straight 2 for 1. That's crazy. Opponent does have 6 cards in hand, so we can just jam this Blaze Hunter. Let's replace... It's really early to tell which one of these I actually want to keep in my hand. We're playing against Abyssia, we probably want the AoE. Can't complain with that either. So this is a perfect time to play this, because it undoes the... Ooh! Oh, we milled a rubbish card. I'm not playing this now, I think. I could play it in ping, but that's really not worth it when this deck has so many potential 1-1s. Like, playing this was tempting as well, because especially as I have this Afterblaze in hand, but when... Oh, sweet. When you get the opportunity to just draw a card, I think you got to take it. So that catches me up on my opponent's 2 for 1. And unlike her card, mine isn't a battle bet. Right, so... Oh! actually using a removal spell on it. I'm okay with that. And for the remaining 2 mana, Gore. I wonder if that's in her deck, or if she got it off the thing. Do I bother, like, interacting with it at all? So I kind of want to play... I think what I'm doing here is moving to one of these 2 squares, playing a Jaxi on the tile and a Silver God Knight here. And hopefully it doesn't die. What can she have buffs-wise? There's like Shadow Reflection, Primus Fist, Songweaver. Like, I'm just trying to figure out if it's worth playing Blood Tear Alchemist, but then I can't do anything else. I think I'm going to replace this Tempest. Shiro, also quite good. On which side do I want to be? Oh, you know what? I can play this and just hit Gore. Why didn't that occur to me? I can just attack this. Oh, I did it wrong. Whoops. I got too caught up in thinking and didn't play the Jaxi. I hope that doesn't bite me too hard. Instead, here's a 5/5. That's very frustrating. Oh well. So, I'm still probably going to play this next turn, but that would have been a great opportunity to get it out. Especially, look at this, you kill this and then... Depending on which one triggers first, they could even overwrite each other, that could be interesting. Shadow Watcher. Okay, so that I can't immediately kill. That's frustrating. Ugh. Do we have mana for Death Blighter? We do. I can play Death Blighter and kill most of this. Unfortunately, I can kill the stuff that isn't Shadow Watcher. So my opponent gets a 5/5. I have a 5/3 provoke, so maybe that's okay. But we can probably do better than that. I actually like the trigger on this. These cards are all good. What do I do? Ooh. That would also be good if I could get at this. What we can do is Blood Tear Alchemist here, pinging this. No, I can't. I have to. No, attack this, move over here, play dancing, play thingy. No, that doesn't work either. That's really annoying because it keeps getting bigger. The harder I try to get at it. Oh no, I have to play the Alchemist here. That's how it works, and then I play the thing. So which means I have to move. Which one do I want to leave in front? Probably Argeon because it can attack without taking damage. And this guy's worth sort of sandbagging for Afterblaze, basically. So we kill this. We lay down the blades. Kill this. And we breathe a little sigh of relief. So now, my board is better than my opponent's. We have the same size hand. Or will do after my opponent's drawn at the end of her turn. She's got to use Shadow Spawn this turn or she doesn't get it back. But on 6 mana that's reasonably easy. So she's actually playing like a proper Swarm strat. Grincher, oh no. Please no. This guy was terrible for me last time, but I hope she gets blood rage masks and rubbish like that all day instead of Arclight Regalias. And I guess Bloodborne spell? So we're going to have to put some pressure on the opponent. But we do have the tools to do just that. So I can move this up, roar it, Afterblaze, and 9 her. Grincher can die to Dancing Blades. What's this? Darkfire Sacrifice? Uh oh. Wait, that means a 3-drop rather than... That is fine. Provoke and Flying. Okay, you played a Provoke, that's cool. Actually, that's not that cool, because it makes Grincher harder for me to get rid of. Is there a way that I can deal with that? I keep wanting to play this Fizz to heal Silver God Knight. Maybe I should. But it's possible my hand here is just like... Oh yeah, because I can do Roar Afterblaze Fizz or something. Let's play the Afterblaze first, because I get to draw. Ooh, or I can play Death Blighter. 3 to everything. Hit this. Move up. Is that good? It's quite good. It frees up the Dancing Blades. I can also play the Death Blighter like here and not attack this with my face with it. I think this is probably one of the better opportunities I'm going to have to use the card. Oh, it doesn't go to the opponent's dome. Of course it doesn't. There. So I kill this with my face, which is a bit sad. You go up here. You're coming back here. Maybe I should have brought this here actually. Be more aggressive with it. Like if my opponent can kill it, she can kill it. And if my opponent can't kill it, I want it near her, so she can't run away as easily. Because of the Afterblaze in my hand. I have a good board now though. Oh, let's hope this isn't like a Spectral Revenant or something dumb. That's dumb. That's definitely dumb. Ugh. Well, what the hell? Come on. Really? Okay, so I guess we start by martyrdoming this and seeing what pops out of it. Hopefully it's like a second son that we can just kill. Opponent does only have 2 cards in hand, so we're well ahead by other means. I'm just a bit concerned about my tempo, because I don't want to lose to this Bloodborne spell and like potential other sick top decks. Like Abyssians do have a lot of really good legendaries. Please don't hit like Dark Nemesis. Jaxi. That's still quite bad. I don't like that. I'm not very happy with that. Do I hit it with my face? I kind of want to... What I wanted to do was like attack this with Dancing Blades. Go face with this thing. That's not even that valuable, is it? Right, spawn here, please. Hold there. Good. Does mean I can't get Zeal on this. Unless I use the Dancing Blades and move forwards. Don't think that's worth it. I'd rather have this be in my opponent's face. I wonder if I can make a decent Shiro play here, actually. So we kill that. We can play like Shiro and Fizz. Like I can heal the 3/3. Putting a lot of effort into protecting this guy. We can do like I can play this because it confuses Gore. I can play Shiro here. Maybe here is better. It's harder to kill. Yeah, let's do that. And kill this. Sweet. Okay. So Reaper wasn't that scary. We got to 1 for 1 it. But it disrupted our positioning fairly badly. Which when we're trying to get tempo is awkward. It's like I'm going to die to a Sunset Paragon or something. Don't do that. Interesting. Don't... What? Oh, come on. So Grincha was good to her. Can we clear that in 1 turn? I don't see how. Wow. I think we just lose to that. So Tempest puts it down. Tempest means she can't afford to attack, but that doesn't really help much. I can pull back and force her to come to me if she wants to use it, which is okay. I can still drop the Tempest, clearing the Golden Mantella. I'd rather save it for when I have a use for it. I'm tempted to do this now just to get... Like, this can actually protect me from the Dawn's Eye because it's big enough. And I want to draw a card. Basically. Necroseer. That's quite a good draw because that's also a good sort of buffer. So... How do I do this? Do I cast the Tempest now? Probably not. I think I'm just running away a little bit. Playing this. And just sort of generally being out of reach of the horrible artifact. Double Second Sun's pretty good. We have a lot of power on board by this point. And the opponent doesn't have much of a hand. So maybe, I mean, if the opponent... Oh wow, that's a really, really cool animation. So if the opponent gets overcautious, we can, like, one turn kill her, sort of. But, interesting. That's not bad. Oh. Okay, that's fine. It's still a 1-for-1. This is a scary engine. This is really unfair, come on. We still have to approach it in order to get anywhere. How do we even do that? I don't have Artifact Destruction, she can just do this all day. No, I guess I can Tempest to kill all that stuff. We have to get this taunt going forward. Nasher is okay. I think we do this. These minions can move up. I'm gonna play a second sun somewhere. And this. Okay, so we have some beef, and the go eagle. The Dawn's Eye has no great attacks as of right now. If she comes forward and kills this... Oh no, she can just kill it with... I guess she takes 9 and then dies, right? So that's not so bad. What are you doing? So, like, Nasher plus Tempest breaks the artifacts. As well as the little minions around. So that will help. And we have enough damage out? That's interesting. I'm scared. Ugh. Well, that's the rest of her hand, so... I promise you can just keep running away until I make a mistake. Because she just gets to make dudes for free. And, kill my stuff. Ooh! Okay. No, she made the mistake. I think we just win now? Oh no, the Tempest will kill us. That's sad. Forgot about that. So we do... Move Argeon. Move this in. Smash face. No, move this in. Smash face. Move this in. Oh, it'll die, won't it? Doesn't matter. Yes, this is lethal. We attack this. This happens. This happens. And this happens. Oh! Really? Fine. Be gone. No RNG. No. Damn you, Grincher. That game should have been such a steamroll. Oh my days. Ugh. Ugh. Oh, that was a nightmare. Oh. Through the power of raw stats, we got there. Okay, I'm getting hungry, so I think I'm gonna do one more game and then probably call that an evening. It's a bit awkward because I don't know exactly how far this run will go. I'd like to sort of stop halfway through, right? And then my YouTube video splits neatly, but oh well. Such is life. Neat organization is not always possible. Magmar at 5 and 1. Oh well. There goes my life total. Oh, this is not a bad hand. Turn 1 Shiro is pretty good because there's not that much that kills it. Except natural selection. But there are much better things to put natural selection on. I'd probably just mulligan the expensive cards. Blazehound is okay. It's better earlier on than later because before too long Varth becomes able to just kill it. I guess another option is we could play Fizz here and force the opponent to work around it. We don't actually have a 4-drop, but I think I'd rather just get Shiro. Sweet. Oh, that's a great 4-drop to Shiro-wise, if we go that direction. Oh no. What nonsense is this going to be? Amplificate? Oh my days. If we draw a Martyrdom, but we don't have one, we can almost Afterblaze it to death, but we can't. Oh, this is really annoying. We have such a good way to stop this in our deck. Oh no! Game over, man. Game over. I guess +2. I don't want to draw him a card to get him back up to his previous strength, but I think I have to. I need to dig for that Martyrdom. No! I'm going to take 7 now. And then 2. Even if I kill this. No! Oh, if we had the Martyrdom there, we just won that game on the spot. It's such a risky play by the opponent. And we have 2 fantastic punishes in the deck. Oh, come off it. No. Don't play. What? Oh, man. Blood Tear Alchemist does nothing. Wow, am I dead on board? I think so. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I'm actually dead on board. I guess I can like Afterblaze Shiro and play Blood Tear Alchemist and kill this. Or Blood Tear Raw. Or I can play a Provoke. So I guess the best play is like Provoke Raw. No, I can't afford the Blood Tear. That was stupid. Oh well. It's not like I can win anyway, it doesn't matter. Really? How nuts is this person's draw? Like, There are good draws and bad draws, but that was like the most broken thing I've ever seen. Like, you would win games of Constructed with that pretty easily. You know, like if they don't have the Dispel immediately. Okay, well this looks pretty reasonable. We have ranged minion on turn 1 if we want it. This is okay. It's actually pretty good against Heartseekers. It's good insurance against Deathstrike Seal. Probably want to keep that. Jam this on turn 2. Probably replace the Blaze Hound actually. Like, drawing Songhai cards is usually bad and it dies to Phoenix Fire. I mean, so does this, I guess. Yeah, let's keep this. I like this configuration. So we're doing Jaxi on the Monotile, Veil Hunter behind turn 1 most likely. And then hoping our opponent doesn't have Blood Tear plus Phoenix Fire. Oh, that's scary. Can we kill that? Not yet. No. Okay, well I guess that's the line. We do this and we hope. Sure. We do this and we hope. We might be about to get blown up by another ridiculous large minion early on. But hopefully our opponent's hand is mostly like, you know, Gauntlet stuff, rather than like Mana Vortex, Phoenix Fire, Ghost Lightning, or whatever. Uh-oh. Sojourner, cool. Good card. I think we Holy Immolate that. No, that's not so bad. What? What was I saying? Okay, so we can't Holy Immolate this yet. Or this. That's not terrible. We can do this plus Blood Tear to kill that, but I don't want to do that. I want to kill it with... I want to do like... Oh, I can't. I was going to say I want to ping the Heartseeker and Holy Immo this, but it'll get bigger again. I want to be away from the Sojourner as well. So I'm going to go here. And hope the opponent bunches up into this, basically. And let's play this here. That's good. So we've got a decent hand still. We traded 2 for 2 with the 2 drops. And it's just unfortunate that the Chakri Avatar is no large. And the Sojourner draws cards. But it looks like we're going to have a decent... We're going to have a great Holy Immolation coming up, actually. So if that goes... Oh, she's playing it there. Okay, that's sensible. No attack to this. That's here. Oh, that's awkward. What are we doing? We can move this. So we can go Blood Tear there, ping this, Immolate to kill these. We can move this up here, Immolate to kill these, and, well, Immolate to kill these, including the Blood Tear ping. We have to hit this with Argeon, I think, which we can still do because we're on enough life. I would like to Blood Tear ping that, but I'd probably rather give my opponent this than a random card from their deck in case they draw something that synergizes with it, but maybe that's foolish. Actually, immolating this is probably better. No, because I want to kill this as well. I have to leave that up if I do that. Basically, immolating this means it stays a 3/6, which is obviously good. But I think it's better to clear more stuff from the opponent because of Songhai being scary in general. Maybe I am just supposed to attack the Sojourner and ping the Heartseeker and just leave my opponent with nothing on board. That's probably sensible. Like, they draw a card, but some number of their cards will be like pump spells and stuff. So we do this, we immolate, and we kill this. Like, that's my hand gone. So I'm in a bit of a bind now, but that's a decent top deck. We can play that next turn. I'm not too far behind on cards, actually. I think we're like 1 down, maybe. The Heart Seekers are very dangerous. Oh, speaking of dangerous, I think I have to martyr them there. Yeah, I have to martyr them there. I think I'll replace this in the hope of getting a different 3-drop. Tempest. Tempest is not very helpful yet, but it could be in the future. I'm just gonna... Rawr. See if my opponent wants to do something about this 4-1. So, actually, having the Tempest is nice because I can sweep away a couple of Heartseekers. I think the plan right now, though, looks like it's going to be ride this random Silverbeak to victory, which is not a very good plan. So I can't really see us winning this game. So we might have to call this one to an end at 5-3. We have had quite a few games where it's been sort of... that's worrying. We can Tempest that, I guess. Take damage, though. We can't exactly leave it up. Question is, do I replace this, hoping for like a 5-drop? I think so. Rewarded. My life total really doesn't like this, but like my life total also doesn't like living 4-wins Magi, so there's not much I can do about that. And this is some reasonable board presence. I do want an excuse to drop this Silverbeak. Maybe I could have just run away and played something between me and the 4-wins, but the problem with Songhai and Gauntlet, I guess, is like, A, you have to stay near them because of ranged minions. You want to be able to kill the Heartseekers with your general if you can. And B, they could have infinite amounts of nonsense. Repulsor Beast. That's quite bad. Means I don't feel so bad about not playing the Silverbeak forever, mind. Widowmaker. Boo! That's very bad. Do I try and draw something, or do I jam? I think I replace this to try and draw something. That's a better play than the Silverbeak. I don't know if it's good, but it's a better play than the Silverbeak. I think I just have to play it in my opponent's face, because I have to be able to interact with my opponent's stuff. The Dark Nemesis is a pretty fast clock. Especially if I'm roaring it every turn. So like next turn it's like 12 power plus the 4 damage. So actually we're just threatening lethal straight up here. Like opponent has to Onyx Bear Seal this thing or put something in the way of it. Otherwise we might actually win. Or like Death Strike Seal the ranged unit. But if our opponent assembles Death Strike Seal on a ranged unit, we can't really win anyway. So I think we just push this to the point where it's like, if you have cards that can answer a large minion, then we don't really have a chance of getting back into the game before we get tempoed out anyway. If you don't have cards that can answer a large minion, then you're going to die next turn. So, you know, I guess she can body block. Although I can move my general out of the way. Fire starter, pretty sweet. Is she gonna juxtaposition? That would be a sensible thing to do. Do we win? What's your last card? That was an error, I think. Yeah. Opponent should not have attacked without Spell Spark, because I think we have to hit with Argeon to get the lethal. Oh, well, not anymore, I guess. So we win? Lol. So opponent could have actually had... Opponent could have actually survived that if they'd not attacked with the 1-1 and not attacked with their general. Or maybe just one of those things? I'm not sure. So what am I now, 6-2? That's pretty good. I'm really happy with that. I was really not expecting to win that game, considering how behind I was on life and board. or at least on tempo rather than on board. We were trading, but she was playing things, things fast. The power of just jamming a legendary, I guess. So I think in the interests of my physical human need for sustenance, I'm going to call this an evening. But hopefully I'll pick it up again maybe. I'm going to be away from home for about a week. So I will either... Am I going to be able to record? I might take my computer with me and try and record sort of the rest of the video to just put on YouTube in the meantime. Or I can come back and finish it off next week. If anyone has opinions, feel free to let me know whether you'd want to see the end of it now. But that was pretty cool. We're doing alright. I'm very happy with this. We've got a good chance of getting the free ticket back. Just got to win one more round. So far, Blood Torah has not really passed its test. Hasn't done much. A lot of the picks that I was like, this card has to be good, right, have turned out to be very good. Obviously, Dancing Blades is great. These are great. This was great, the game he came up, but I think that's probably more coincidence. Even Mogwai was pretty good, actually. The opponent really wanted him dead. And the Necrocy has been okay. I think I was correct to not take more than one, but it's been okay. This card I'm actually impressed with. It does more than I realised initially. It is awkward, but forcing your opponent to play around stuff and position badly is great in Duelist. So the fact that it double hits artifacts is pretty awesome. It's basically a neutral Taigete when you think about it. It's obviously not as good as Taigete, but it's not as far off as it could be. Considering it's neutral and common. I think I'll take it. And yeah, I've been very happy with Veil Hunter, Jaxi. I think most of my cards have pulled their weight. Blaze Hound's a bit awkward. I don't always keep it, but it's been alright. I haven't had to cast this, thank God. This card isn't good. Deathblight has overperformed, actually. I thought 6 mana for a 3 damage AoE wouldn't be very good, but that every time I've cast it now 2, maybe 3 times, and it was very good each of those times. Like a big swing on the board, and the body's not dreadful, especially with Argeon's buffs. Quite a strong card. Also, I'm very glad I took Shiro over the Healing Mystic in the end, because this card has performed well beyond my expectations. My experience of it is mostly from Constructed, where I guess maybe it's less good, but wow, Shiro did work, man. It was amazing. Well good. Right, yes, I'm going to wrap things up, because I really need to get some food. But thank you all so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. And I will let you know when the next stream is and when it goes up on YouTube. So have a good evening, and I'll see you next time.